Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let's see. Get all these other windows closed. How's everyone doing? Hope you can hear me okay. Hi, Steph. So we'll get started in a couple minutes here. There you go. That's more the lighting vibe. Here is Pi. There's Pi's tiny tent. And this is a tiny fire that is not real fire. Oh, good morning, Sophie. Annalisa, I did wake up with superpowers today. Yeah, odd thing, Kamar was the one that told me yesterday, he's like, babe, there's going to be this alignment and it's going to give Black people superhuman powers. And I was like, yes, like as if y'all didn't already. So I think Kamar's like supercharged Kamar. I'm just like, 50% more awesome today. I've like tried 50 million different playlists that try to match my vibe today. I'm in a weird vibe today, so you do whatever you want to do. Super Saiyan, come on. Yes. Wish you would hear. Gee, that would just be even better. Hey, Shayla. I think this one playlist is cute. Let's find it. Let's find it and put it in the chat. Okay, I gotta get the reduce. Zinga. Copy playlist link. Put it in the thing. Bam, bam. Done. We have yet to give Pi treats. Oh my God, Aaliyah, yes. Aaliyah is fucking here. Hi. Since you have waited so patiently, let's have treats. Would you like to come crawl up on me? Everybody can see. Oh, oh. Oh, she's like, Mother, please. Enough teasing. Good baby. I'll give you another one after we're done. Promise. Hey, Angela. Okay, so grab a strappy instrument. Wow, words. And we're going to start this class. I know. Ilya, I can't handle the little tent in the back. She really likes going in it when there's a bunch of catnip stashed in there. She's just like, yes, that's my tent. Okay, so we're going to start by shoulder flossing this morning. Your dentist told you to floss, so here we go. I'm going to do it seated, but if doing this seated is uncomfortable, you ain't got to do it. Now, you don't have to have a yoga strap in order to do this. Wow, you can just have one of my 12-foot long hairs. You can use a dog leash, you can use a towel. I mean, the possibilities are endless here with these. But I want you to find what your shoulder width distance is and then go out a pretty decent amount. So just depending on your shoulder mobility, this will be different for everybody. Okay, now we're gonna take this strap up, and we're gonna try to go behind us. Now, if you're like, oh shit, I can't go any further, widen out your grip and then go all the way back behind you. So we're gonna do this a whole bunch of times. If the little clang clang hitting the floor is bothering you, you can just gather up your strap. There you go, solutions. Modern problems require modern solutions. Now, while you are doing this, I want you to notice the moment where your ribs start to flare out in order to compensate. I'm not saying it's the end of the world that that's happening, but just try to control it a little bit and keep the ribs pulled in. We've got 15 more seconds. My sinuses have been draining forever. Oof. Wow. And then as we round down these last seconds, I want you to find the stickiest, meanest spot when you do this, and I want you to stay there. And I want you to breathe. For me, it's right about here. For a lot of people, it's right about here in the body. Now try to engage the surrounding muscles so that you're not stretching beyond your means. Oh my God, she's in the tent, you guys. We're going to speak in hushed tones so that she's not freaked out. Okay, keep breathing. Last 3. Nice, last 2. And 1, take it all the way forwards. Ooh. Release that strap, roll out your shoulders a little bit. And we'll do some seated cat-cows here. So your hands can rest onto your thighs, your shin bones. We'll curl the tailbone underneath us. Oh, stretch out the back body, get some space, drop chin to chest. And then do the opposite of that. Pull yourself forward, open the chest. So you're trying to find a little back bend there. Nice, and then do the other thing. Ooh. Heart forward. That's my very descriptive. Do the other thing. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Now the next time you're contracted, let's stay here. I want you to roll the ribs over to the right, take your chest forward, and then ribs to the left. So you're doing this full circle. I'll turn to face you so that you can see it. And I'm really trying to go past my boundaries here. So the circle can be as big or as small as you want. It's really nice for the low back, really nice for the outer hips. So this big hip bone here, this iliac crest, there's all these attachments that work towards that. And we're getting space in that area. Let's reverse these Sufi grinds. So let's go into the opposite direction. Good, keep going. Oof. Okay, I want you to meet me all the way back up into center. Let's uncross the legs and take your feet to the ground in front of you. Not too close. I want you to walk them a decent amount away. Now we're going to do little core engagement checks here. So let's extend your arms forward in front of you, contract the tailbone underneath, and let's roll down little backbone by backbone. Good, arms come up above your head, breath in. And with your exhale, reverse that process. All the way up to that seat. Nice, keep going. Curl, curl, curl. As you curl, notice if your legs start to wing out. Try to keep them back into that neutral. We're going to come back to this little series of movement, but complicate it at the end of class. So try to keep this in your muscle memory. Nice, 2 more. Our last one, we'll just stay on our backs. All right, here's our last descent. Let's make our way down. I want you to complete all the way up above your head and then turn the palms up to the sky, bend into the elbows, drag the arms all the way down by your side, out into a T-shape, palms touch the ground. Bring your legs into reverse tabletop position. Nice. Now try to lower the ankle bones so that they're in alignment with your knees. Wow, words are hard. Hello. And we're going to do some side-to-side work with our legs. So inhale, I want you to take your legs over towards like a 45-degree angle to your left. And then exhale, come back to center. Inhale over to the right. Exhale back to center. I want you to use your obliques, use your abs. Hi. Nice work, baby. You turned that tent, girl. Getting turned in the tent. Oh. Now, if you're doing this and you're like, I like it, Tracy, but I just want to make it a little bit harder, you can always extend your legs up to the sky. We're here for just 10 more seconds, and then we'll take a full twist over to the left. All right. Now, the next time you're over to that left-hand side, let's let the knees lower all the way down. Turn your right palm up to the sky and bring your left hand on top of your right thigh. Breathe into this twist. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more just like that. Breath in. And breath out. Party. Let's extend the left arm back out to the side. Turn your palms down. I want you to use your abs. Take those legs all the way back through center and then drop them over to your right hand side for the same twist on the opposite side. Left palm turns up to the sky. Right hand comes on top of the thigh. Hello. Good. Now let's bring our hands back down to the ground. Use your abs to take you all the way back through center. And then we'll take your knees in towards your chest and let's circle out the legs. Again, this is a back to basics flow, so we're not here to just totally kick ass and take names, but if you do all the things in this class with a lot of intention and a lot of power, you're going to feel the effects. And I always like to think of the great ballet dancer Baryshnikov always saying that going back to basics is the most important part. You're never too good to be a beginner. Now let's take the knees back into center. Thread your fingertips into your knees. Let's rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. If you want, you can rock up to boat position. So know that that's always an option. In 5 seconds, we're going to make our way to tabletop. Nice. However you like to get to tabletop, make your way there. You can swing the legs off to one side. You can cross the legs and roll over the fronts of your shin bones. Now, in this tabletop position, we're going to do some scapular push-ups here. So first, start off by getting your hands in the right spot. I want you to be able to turn your underarms forward. So really kind of work that spiral into the arms here. Now I want you to take the shoulder blades together without the neck getting funny, and then separate the shoulder blades apart so you're pushing away from your mat. Clench and separate. When I'm doing it in tabletop, I really start to notice if my arms are a little uneven. The arms want to stay straight while you're doing this. Good, last 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Keep them separated on 1. Tuck your toes underneath you. Float your knees 3 inches off of your mat. Hold. Try to maintain that protraction across the shoulder blades. If you need to grip into the ground a little more, camber up the fingers a little bit, I'm okay with that. You're holding this for 5. Use your core, draw the belly in, pull the ribs in. Last 3, 2, step back to high plank on 1. Hold, I know. Engage your quads. You're here for 5. You'll be in down dog in 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up to the sky. So first one of my morning, maybe you've already done one. Maybe you rolled out your mat and did a couple. But irregardless, I want you to find some movement here. I like to sway a little bit side to side. I like to pedal out my legs. I like to shift forward and back a little bit. So let's take 10 seconds together and do that. Breathing, expanding. Yeah. Think about all of these little movements creating more space, not only in the muscles, but also in the skeleton. Good. And then let's meet into a very still downward facing dog. Once you arrive there, you know me, I like to nitpick this a little bit. So pull the rib cage in, try to push the shoulders open and slide the shoulder blades up towards your hips. Soften out the head and neck, just let it hang. Think about your booty bones lifting up to the sky. And if you need to micro bend your knees and lift the heels off the ground a little bit to do that, that space is there for you. Good, big breath in. Big breath out. Good, one more time like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Very good. Lift up your heels nice and high. Now I want you to lower your heels back down to the ground and try to lift up all 10 of your toes. Ooh, you should feel a big stretch in those calves. Good. Return those toes back down to the ground to lift up your heels. Nice. Return the heels back down to the ground to lift up your toes. Last one. Lower the toes, lift up the heels. Now keep those heels nice and high. Bend your knees, compress the chest back towards your thighs. Look at where your hands are. And then you can take a step or you can take a hop. Let's go to the top of your mat. Feet are hip width distance. Hang heavy in a forward fold. Nice. So you're just dangling here. allowing gravity to be your buddy here. I also like to find a little movement and a little sway when I'm here. Now let's make our way all the way up to standing. You can soften your knees and kind of slowly develop the spine as you go up. And then I want you to take your hands onto your low back area. I'm going to go thumbs together. Fingers are going to kind of wrap around the outsides of my hips here. Feet are parallel, hip width distance apart, just as a reminder. And I want you to push your hips forward, and I want you to flex your butt, and you're going to feel those butt cheeks flex into your hands. Lift your chest to the sky. You can look down the front line of the body or look up to the sky. Let's get a big back bend, a big open air into that chest. Nice. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Restack the spine. Keep the hands onto the hips. Move into like a halfway lift position. Change the grip. Interlace your fingers at that low spine. You can keep the bend, or you can extend through the arms and then fold the rest of the way down. So you're in a chest expansion forward fold. Know if you're mega tight in the arms, you can always grab a strap. Bam, solutions. Now, one of my favorite things to do in this shape, let's try to take your left shoulder to the left knee and let's bend that left knee. Elongate the right leg and look over towards your right hand side. Nice, let's do that to the other side. Right knee bends, right shoulder, right knee, left leg elongates. Look over to the left. Very good, take it back to center, release your arms down to the ground. Let's plant our hands and step back to a high plank position. Sorry to interrupt you in your yoga class, Pi. Now in this high plank, I want you to shift forward and backwards. We're going to do 10 seconds here. Nice, last 3. Last 2. And 1. Hold the shoulders over the wrists, scapular push-ups. Squeeze and separate. Know that at any time you can drop your knees. Last 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. Again, shift forward and back. 10 seconds. Planking is good for the soul. Did you know? Last 3, last 2, and 1. Back into downward facing dog. Now let's walk the hands all the way to the back of our mat. Soften to the knees, roll yourself all the way up to rise. And once you make it up to standing, we're going to do some arm circles here, starting with the right arm, up, back, and around. Now, I'm not going to be a stickler about your chest having to stay in one plane. Feel free to open up your chest to the right. Now, do freestyle, front stroke, right arm up and around. Wow, I am really sore. I've been trying to do 20 pull-ups a day, and I'm sticking to it, but goddamn. All right, right arm relaxes. Let's do the left arm, starting with your backstroke. Nice. Now take your left arm forwards, freestyle. So good. And then relax that left arm down by your side. I'm going to try to confuse you a little bit, and I'm going to face you on this. Both arms are going to go up to the sky. Pi is way too high to do this, okay? Now your right arm is going to go back, and your left arm is going to go forwards. They're going to meet down at your hips, and then continue that circular pattern all the way up. Yeah? Right arm back, left arm forwards. Good. Keep going. I know it's strange. This was an aerial warm-up I used to do. And you can pick up your pace. We're going to reverse it in 3, 2, and 1. Let's meet up at the top. Left arm goes back, right arm goes forward. Again, you can go slow if it hurts your brain. And you can pick up the pace for the last 10 seconds. Hi, my shoulders. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the arms by your side, shake them out a little bit. And then let's make it all the way back down into a forward fold. And we'll walk it forward into a high plank and work some sun A's. So let's go there. High plank position. And then press it up and back into downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths of recalibration here. I'm going to sweep all the bullshit off my mat. Finishing off that last one. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Now let's lift up our heels. Breath in. Exhale, bend into your knees, look forward. We're going to meet at the top of our mat in a half lift. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Feet can work together. Exhale, forward fold. Now let's rise all the way up to standing. And with your exhale, I want you to goalpost your arms and open up your chest to the sky. Squeeze your butt. Nice. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. All right, a halfway lift. And with your exhale, fold to plant the hands, step back into high plank position. Let's do an Ashtanga style chaturanga first. Shift forward, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Ass up to the sky, please. Let's roll it forward. Show me your low cobra. Tops of the feet into the mat. Lengthen the back of your neck. Open up your chest to the front. And then push up and back into downward facing dog. You can totally stick with that as your Vinyasa flow. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look to the top. We'll meet in half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing. Exhale, open up the heart. Nice, back to the sky. Forward fold. Pace is going to increase a bit. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturangas. You can take your vinyasas. You can hop to the back, landing in a mid plank. Upward facing is another option. Exhale, downward facing dog. Heels high, bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the top, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing. Open up your chest. Butt always squeezes to support you. Arms up. Forward fold. Half lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more of those together. I'm going to cue a little less. So if you want to add stuff in, feel free to add it in. Half lifts are always between those. Rising. Chatas. Nice, last one here. We'll be back in our downward facing dog whenever you complete this. Nice. Now let's do 5 breaths in our downward facing dog with a secondary option to be hanging out in your dolphin shape. So it's just a different kind of opener for the chest and the shoulders. Nice. 2 more breaths. If you're in that dolphin shape, coming up, instead of coming up one elbow at a time, try lifting up both elbows at the same time. That's gnarly on the triceps, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's make it back to the top of our mat, however you want to get there. We'll go for a half lift, and then fold. Let's rise all the way up to standing, and then relax our arms by our side. We're gonna go into tree pose. I love tree pose. Left leg lifts, open up. You can put the foot into the inner thigh. If you're like, Tracy, my foot does not go there, you're okay. You can put that foot down at the calf or even keep it on the ground, just like this. Hands at heart center, glutes are engaged. Oh, balance is weird today. Fun is also weird today. We'll do 2 more breaths here. All right. Let's take this left leg right in front of us, single-legged mountain. And then I want you to step this left foot to the back of your mat. Stack the shoulders above your hips. I don't want you to be in this big extended out lunge. I want you to kind of be on top of yourself here a little bit. Arms are going to be out into a goalpost shape. So it's going to be looking like this, yeah? And I want you to try to lower your left knee towards the earth and lift back up. Just this action right here. Try to get some space into your left quad. Nice, last 10 seconds. Last 3. Your left knee is going to go all the way down to the ground in 2 and 1. Left knee comes all the way down to the ground. You can keep the toe tucked or untuck. Take a breath in. With your exhale, twist towards your right hand side. Nice. Come back to center. Extend your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist open to the right. Again, inhale back up. Exhale, twist open to the right. Last one. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist open to the right. Now hold your twist. Take your hands to heart center. Left elbow can come onto your right thigh here for a deeper twist. Major contraindications, of course, if you're pregnant, this ain't the one for you, depending on your term and your experience already. So know if this is too intense of a twist, you can always stick with this. Nice. Now in this position, if you want more, back toe tucks, back knee lifts, and you can deepen your stance. Pushing the thumbs closer towards heart center. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Nice, last one. Let's square off the chest, down to the ground. Now, if your back knee is still on the ground, let's lift it up and stretch out our hip flexors. Open up the front body, and then let's stretch out the hamstrings. Pull your right set of toes towards your face. Good, bend into the knee, and then lengthen. Nice. Bend, and lengthen. Last 3. Last 2. And last one. Meet me with a bent leg. I want you to push your hands into the ground. Lift your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged. Open hip and get some space. Nice. Now let's have you square off and extend your right leg up to the sky again. Knee to nose. Externally rotate your right leg, figure 4, downward facing dog. Ankle is going to go above your left knee here. Knee is going to try to open up out to the side. This requires some activation in your glutes. Very good. Let's come forward back into high plank. You can unhook the leg, extend it, and go through Ekapada. Upward facing big back bend here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's get back to the top of our mat. Halfway. And fold. We're going to do all that shit on the other side. Rise up to standing. And then release your arms by your side body. Right leg is going to lift up. Open up your hip. Tree pose, Vrikshasana on the other side. Sole of the foot can go to inner thigh or work its way all the way down to the ground if that's more stable for you. Wow. There it is. Now in this shape, it's really easy to be lazy. Examples of laziness include taking the hip out to the side. So I can sit like this all day. You want to try to get the hips right underneath you. Leg maybe is pushed forward. Try to push the leg out. Keep the tailbone long underneath you and try to think about elongating your spine. Here you go. Couple more breaths there. Nice. Now let's take this right leg right in front of you here. And we'll step this right foot towards the back of your mat, landing into a high crescent shape, but a little bit shortened up again. We don't want the big elongated maximum distance. We want to try to pull it in a little bit here. Arms are in this goalpost shape, and we're going to do those little down to up lifts. Down and up. Now what I want you to avoid is leaning forward. Think about yourself on an elevator, straight up and down. Don't be concerned about the sound of my knees. That's how they sound. It just is. This is my reality. They sound like Rice Krispies treats. It is very sexy. 10 more seconds. My quads are feeling alive. Last 5, and we'll lower that knee to the ground. 2. Nice, and 1. Knee goes all the way down to the ground. I'm going to untuck my toe because that feels better. Now I want you to take a breath in. And with your exhale, twist open to your left. I wish I always had this halo of fire around me. Take it back to center, reach your arms up. And again, with your exhale, twist open to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale, open to the left. Good, 3 more times. On this last one, you're gonna keep the twist. Hands come to heart center. Make it deeper. Right elbow onto the left thigh. Thumbs wanna come close to the chest. Now again, if you stayed here, you stayed here, cool. If you played a little bit more, back toe can tuck, leg can lift. Breathe into the belly. It's very normal to feel a little out of breath with twists. They elevate your heart rate. Last 3. Nice, 2. And 1. Let's take our hands down to the ground. Ooh. Feel some space into the front of your hip flexor. And then let's stretch out the hamstring. Pull the toes back to face, lean back. Notice if your butt opens, try to close the butt. You heard me, close your butt. This butt is not open for business. Sorry. But come back later. Last 2. God, I'm so glad you guys like me. All right, last one. We'll meet with the knee bent. Try to get your hands to the ground. Ugh. Left leg comes up to sky. Again, you can open up the hip, you can bend the knee. Let's get some movement in there. And then let's square everything off. Elongate the left leg. Pull the knee towards your nose, figure 4 down dog. Hook the left thigh above the right knee. Nice, 2 more breaths. And let's shift back forward to high plank. You can unhook the leg, go into Ekapada, upward facing, downward facing dog. Now you can stay in down dog. You can go back into your dolphin. You can lower your knees to the ground in child's pose. You can also take a seat and collect yourself. 5 seconds there. If you're in that dolphin pose and you're just in the mood to get upside down, you can play with your Pincha Mayurasana, your forearm stand. If you are doing that, I like to go 1 leg at a time. Yeah. Swish. Swish. So, all those options. 10 more seconds here. Y'all are doing so good. Wow, I can't believe it's already 10:10. That means we get to get into the fun stuff next. We're going to introduce a fun little pose. All right, so if you're fucking with those pinches, you can let it go now. We're all going to meet back in downward facing dog, and we're going to add on all the fun goodies. Take 3 breaths in that down dog, because breaths are so important. I say more important than the pose itself, and you can fight me on that. Okay, nice. Now, let's make it back towards the top of your mat. So you can hop, you can step there. Big toes are touching, halfway lift. And with your exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing. And take your arms by your side. Good, again, tree pose, lift up your left leg, external rotation. Staying here for 2 breaths and 2 breaths only before we change it. Now think about maintaining this external rotation. Kick the inside of that left ankle towards the front of your space. Bend into the right knee, place it on top. You're in a figure 4 chair now. Opening up the hip, opening up that left side. Goddamn. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. Step back into that foreshortened lunge. Nice. Arms in that goalpost shape. Again, let's go down and up. Nice, last 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down to the ground here. Now I'm gonna really prefer to untuck my toes for this next section. We're gonna do a twist to the right again. And with your inhale, lift the arms back up. Good, exhale, twist. 1 more. Nice. Now let's take it back to center. I want you to extend your right leg in front of you. Yeah, nice long line here. Keep your right arm up. Let your left arm relax by your side. Try to keep your hips square. Let's see about reaching this left hand down towards your left heel. Nice. Maybe your right arm comes up above your head here and you get a big stretch in the quad. Nice, stay there for 3. I know it's a doozy. Last 2. And 1. Take yourself all the way up, grab onto that life rope. Ooh. Rebend into your front knee. Let's take that twist Hands come to heart center, tuck back toes. Let's all lift up here. Nice. Now you can keep working through this twist like so. If you've got half binds, full binds in your practice, I want to give you plenty of time to play with those. Now let's take ourselves back. So release any half binds. Let's bring ourselves all the way back up to our full lunge again and go into a warrior two. Nice. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to side angle. Right arm on top of that thigh, left arm can reach up. That's a great modification for you. Let's go to reverse Trikonasana. Lengthen out your front leg, reach the right arm all the way up and back. Exhale, low lunge, take it all the way down to the ground. Rebending into the front knee, right leg up to sky, inhale. Exhale, open up the hip. Good. Now let's pull the knee towards the nose again, squaring everything off. Figure four chair, or figure four down dog. But we're gonna try to get back into figure four chair from here by walking to the back of our mat. Nice. Once you get there, get that bend, and then lift the chest up off of the thigh just a little bit. Now take your right side peace fingers, wrap it around your right big toe, bring yourself all the way up to standing. And let's kick this leg out to the side. Become nice and tall like a big old tree. Nice. Now a little bit of dynamic movement. Stay with me. I know it's strange. Bend into that right knee. I want you to take this right leg, cross it behind you, and take it into like a little curtsy squat. Lift it back up. See if you can kick that leg back up again. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. Release. Curtsy squat. And back up. Nice. Last one. Curtsy. All the way back up. Ooh. Very good. Slowly release everything down to the ground and fold forward. Let that left leg relax. Wow. Walk forward to high plank, and you can go through Chata or just extend back into downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Travel to the top, hop, step, float, wherever you want to go. Half lifts and folds. Rise to standing. This is it. Arms by side body. Tree pose. Right leg is going to do the move in. 2 breaths. Nice. Now play that imaginary happy sack with yourself. Kick this right inner ankle forwards. Let the ankle rest on top of the thigh. Big opener into the right hip. Y'all, I'm schwitzing. All right, let's take it all the way up. Big step to the back. For short end, crescent. Arms in this goalpost shape. Down and up we go. Sorry, guys. I'm such a hot mess every day. Snot, knee cracks, sweat. Last 5. And let's take that knee all the way down to the ground. Untucking the toes, get your twist to the left. Nice. All the way back up, reach the arms up. Oh, I love it. 3 more. Nice. Finish off your last one. Square yourself back up to the front. Extend your left leg in front of you. I like to be foot on the ground. Right arm falls by your side. Keeping the left arm high, maybe you grab for this right heel. Pushing your hips up to the sky. If your knees are like, oh, hell no, be careful. Don't do it. Last 3. So good. Last two. And one. It really helps. Reach that left arm forward. Imaginary life rope. Ooh, pull yourself forward. Now let's work into that same twist. Elbow to left thigh, tuck the toes, lift it up. Nice. You can continue opening that twist. You can also bind. Nice, let's release all binds and make our way up into our very last crescent. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Open up towards the right hand side. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Left elbow rests onto the thigh, right arm nice and high. Good, reverse Trikonasana, left leg long, left arm up high. Exhale, low lunge, take it all the way down to the ground. Left leg goes up to the sky, three-legged. Open up your hip. Take the knee to the nose, create your figure four, downward facing dog. Now, same fucked up process. We're gonna try to walk all the way back. As you walk back, start to bend that right knee. I know that's tricky. Bringing yourself up just a little bit. Now, left pinky fingers, grabbing for this left big toe. Lift it up, kick it out. Epic, amazing. Bring this left leg into a bend. You're gonna cross it behind and do a curtsy squat. Back up, grab, kick. Whew. Two more where that came from. Those were kind of English words. I don't know, it sounded like I said turmeric. Two more. This is number two. Oh, Jesus. My right leg feels like it's on fire. Last one, people. Drop it back. Hey. Very last kick. Nice, let's take this leg back down. I want to cry, forward fold. Hi, be my emotional support animal, please. And let's walk it forward. You can go through your very last chata, or you can just skip it and meet us in downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Yes, timing's so good. And after that last breath, take your knees down to the ground. Nice. So we're gonna finish off with camel and then take it all the way down onto our backs. So with camel, what I like to do is I like to fold up the front half of my mat. It creates a little bit of extra padding for my knees. Sometimes I got a triplet. There's always ways to make yoga shapes more comfortable for you. Now let's start with the toe tucked variation. Hands can be on your low back, fingers in or fingers out. It's just different experiences, yeah? Push your hips forward, open up your chest to the sky. Nice. If you're like, Tracy, I love it, I want more, you can reach back for your heels. Try to push your pelvis forward so that the hips are over your knees. Nice, let's re-support the spine all the way back up and and then have a seat. Try to not counter the back bend yet, so try to not curl forwards. Try to maintain a little bit of that length. Now, we did this on our Friday flow. I want to offer it up to you just in case you didn't make it there. Different entry, different feel. To me, more difficult. So my toes are untucked, as you can see. Pies, sweet ass would only move. Now, my hands are going to scoop around my heels. You're going to curl the tailbone underneath, push your hips forward, push into the feet, and lift back up into your camel. So it's just a different entry. Now, obviously, you would only do this if you're comfortable grabbing your feet. If you're like, Tracy, I'm not a foot grabber, that's okay. You can do one of these again. Yay! So if you tried that roll-up entry, you're still in it and you're holding. Yeah, nice. For 3, for 2, and 1. Bring yourself back down to the ground. Very good. Now, we taught this also on Friday. It's just another layer forwards, floating camel. Now, the hand positioning is very different. Where most of the hand positioning in camel is all this external work. On the floating camel, I'm pushing the palms of my hands into the bottoms of my feet. But my forefingers are wrapped to the outside, thumbs to the inside. So here how I look. First, let me roll up. Then I'm gonna push palms into my feet. Use the quads, lean back, and lift. And if it gets scary, you just let the knees go forwards. I am feeling very yoga stone right now. Oh. Okay, if you're trying that floating camel, 5 more seconds. Again, if it is confusing, here's your foot grip. If this was on the ground, like this. 4 fingers to the outside, thumb to the inside. And you're pushing. All right, so I suspect everybody's back. Let's sit off to one side. And we'll counter all those back bends with a forward fold. So work your legs forward in front of you. Ass cheeks to the side. And forward you go. All right, now let's walk ourselves all the way back up. I promised it at the beginning of class, so let's do this thing. Remember when we did the roll downs? Yeah? We're going to try that again, but we're going to roll into your shoulder stand or your plow pose. So, arms reach. Reach. Your arms can come above your head, but not necessary. You can take them by your side and lift or go all the way back. Yeah? And then to make your way back, pike to release. H. Yeah? So try it 3 times. On your last one, of course, I encourage you to stay. And then slowly, friends, roll yourself all the way down onto your back. Fully extending out into your last shape. your corpse pose, Savasana, legs long, arms long. And we'll stay here for a little while. Try to completely naturalize your breath. There's no more shapes trying to bully those breaths. All right, my darlings, take some deeper breaths here. Filling your breath within your body and your embodiment of your breath. Take your left hand onto your heart, your right hand onto your belly. And I hope you know and understand that beneath those palms is a magical human being. I am honored to guide you, so thank you for entrusting me with your body this morning. As always, friends, thank you and namaste. Happy winter solstice. Happy grand conjunction. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful week. Thanks for coming to class, y'all. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Annalisa. So I just looked this up. The last time there was this close of a conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, it was seen by humans in 1226. Like, what? Oh, thank you. You like my high fade? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that was a blast. So I won't be doing anything Wednesday. Yeah. So we won't have Wednesday night, but I'm going to be dropping all sorts of like really wonderful goodies on y'all, including a new sound bath for the new year and the solstice. Yeah, so those will be sprinkling throughout the week. Yeah. Ah, thanks, Beth. Thank you. Me and Pan just gonna be hanging today. Oh yeah, quick little announcement. On January 9th, yes, the 9th, I'm going to be doing an event with Amanda Murphy and Ava Moreno. So it's going to be like a nervous system digital retreat. So it's going to be some movement, trigger point therapy, breath work, all sorts of cool things. I'm going to be releasing the information on how to get into that. We'll be doing scholarships. So if you're in a tough spot but really want to come, you're not going to not be able to come. Yeah. So I'll release that information soon. Yeah. And I'm going to make myself some breakfast and then bother my cat. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks, Jelena. How wonderful. Yeah, I'll see y'all next Monday for sure. So 28th. All right, have a beautiful rest of your days. Thanks.